Seedance 2.0 has been one of the strongest AI video generators since the day it was released, and even now it still holds one of the top positions in the market. The quality of the results is genuinely impressive. The motion, the camera behavior, the visual consistency, and the overall cinematic feeling make it a very powerful model for creators, marketers, and anyone working with AI video. And when we use Seedance 2.0 inside Higgsfield, the workflow becomes even more practical. Higgsfield gives us a clean, focused environment where we can generate videos, control the creative process, review the results, and work much more productively. On top of that, we can use this model not only inside the standard video generation panel, but also across Higgsfield's larger creative ecosystem, including Cinema Studio and Marketing Studio. Thanks to Higgsfield's MCP and CLI functionality, we can connect Higgsfield to different agent-based workflows and creative assistants, including tools like Claude, Cloud Code, OpenClaw, Hermes, and other supported environments. This means the workflow doesn't have to stay limited to the main Higgsfield interface. We can generate, iterate, and control creative tasks connected through agents, which makes the process more flexible and much more productive. We'll touch on this later in the video as part of the full workflow, but the main focus here will still be Seedance 2.0, how it works inside Higgsfield, how to generate videos with it, and how to get strong results in a practical way. Now let's move into the actual workflow. To start generating videos with Seedance 2.0 inside Higgsfield, we first go to the video section from the top navigation. When we hover over it, Higgsfield shows us a list of available video tools and models. For this tutorial, we're going to select Seedance 2.0 because this is the model we want to focus on today. Once we open it, we get a very simple and clean generation panel. At the top, we have the media upload area, where we can upload an image, video, or audio file as a reference depending on the type of generation we want to create. Below that, we have the prompt box. This is where we describe the scene we want to generate. Inside the prompt area, we also have the elements option. This allows us to reference assets more easily inside the prompt, which is helpful when we're working with specific characters, locations, or visual references. We also have the audio option, which can be turned on or off depending on the workflow. Under the prompt, we can see the selected model, which in this case is Seedance 2.0. If needed, we can click here and switch to another available model, but for this video, we'll keep Seedance selected. Then we have the main generation settings. First, we have the duration. Next, we have the aspect ratio. And finally, we have the resolution. Now let's generate our first video. For this example, I want to create a hypermotion burger commercial, something fast, cinematic, visually rich, and clearly focused on food advertising style motion. I already have two reference images prepared, so the first step is to upload both of them into the media section and use them as visual references. After that, we can move to the prompt. I'll paste in a food commercial style prompt that describes the burger, the floating ingredients, the sauce splashes, the slow motion feel, and the cinematic camera movement. I'll also leave every prompt and every material used in this video in the description, so if you want to test the same workflow yourself, everything will be there. For the settings, I'll keep the duration at 7 seconds, set the aspect ratio to 3:4, and choose 720p resolution. That gives us a short, vertical style ad format, which is great for social media style content and quick product visuals. And once everything is ready, references uploaded, prompt added, and settings selected, we can click Generate and let Seedance 2.0 do the work. The result is actually quite solid. We got a dynamic burger commercial with strong food advertising visuals, good motion, nice lighting, and an overall cinematic style work well for this kind of short commercial format. Of course, this is not the only direction we can take. We could stay inside Higgsfield and continue generating more videos with Seedance 2.0 directly from this panel, and honestly, Higgsfield gives us a very good environment for that. But now let's slightly change the workflow and use one of Higgsfield's newer capabilities, MCP. As I mentioned earlier, Higgsfield can be connected to different agent-based workflows. I already have a separate video where I show the workflow with Cloud Code, so if you're interested in that setup, you can watch that video as well. But for today's workflow, I'm going to use Hermes Agent. Of course, you don't have to use the exact same agent. You can use whichever agent-based environment works best for your workflow, or you can simply stay inside the Higgsfield platform and generate everything from the main interface. Both options are completely valid. To connect our agent with Higgsfield, we need to use this connection prompt. So I'll copy this prompt from Higgsfield and send it directly to my agent. In my case, I already have Hermes Agent integrated inside Discord and the Higsfield MCP is configured, so I'll skip that part. You can simply paste the prompt there and start the connection process. Before we continue with the actual generation workflow through Hermes Agent, let me quickly remind you how you can set up Hermes Agent in the first place. Hermes is a local AI agent that runs entirely on your machine. In this section, I'll quickly show you how to install it and connect it to Discord so we can use it directly from a chat interface. Unlike a simple chatbot, Hermes can learn from your conversations and keep context across sessions. Since it runs locally, it can fit into different workflows, your terminal, your server, or even your Discord chat. The installation is done with a single curl command. You paste it into your terminal, press enter, and the installer handles the main setup. After that, source your shell config so the Hermes command becomes available. After installation, run Hermes setup. The wizard walks you through the core configuration, which model to use, your API key, and which tools you want to enable. The process is quick and usually takes less than a minute. For Discord, open the Discord developer portal and create a new application. Then go to the bot tab and add a bot user. This bot will be the Discord version of your Hermes agent, so make sure public bot is turned on. This is the step many people miss. On the bot page, under Privileged Gateway Intents, enable both server members intent and message content intent. Without message content intent, Hermes may not be able to read what users type. Next, reset your bot token and copy it somewhere safe because it is usually shown only once. Then go to the Installation tab, enable Guild Install, and generate an invite link with the bot scope and send messages permissions. The last Discord step is copying your own user ID. Go to Settings, then Advanced, turn on Developer Mode, right-click your username anywhere in Discord and select Copy User ID. Back in the terminal, run Hermes Gateway Setup. It will guide you through selecting Discord and pasting in your bot token and user ID. Then it writes everything to .hermes/.env. After that, run Hermes Gateway to start the bot. Now, Hermes is connected to Discord. If you DM the bot, it should respond directly. In a server channel, you need to @mention it. The repo and full documentation will be in the description, and now we can continue with the Higsfield MCP workflow. Now we're inside Discord, and this is where the workflow becomes more interesting. First, I mention the agent in the Discord channel, then I paste the prompt that tells it to use Higsfield MCP and generate the video through Seedance 2.0. The prompt idea is pretty simple. We want a polished 3D animated comedy scene where a funny, slightly chubby bear is walking on a tropical beach, wearing sunglasses and enjoying the island vibe. Then a coconut falls from a palm tree, hits him in a harmless cartoon way, and he falls onto the sand with a funny reaction. As you can see, the generation is complete, and the result appears directly here in the chat. The result came out really well. The video is funny, clean, and surprisingly well executed. Seedance 2.0 followed the prompt very closely, from the tropical setting to the bear's relaxed personality to the coconut falling at the right moment and the final comedic reaction. The timing works well, the character animation feels playful, and overall it delivered the exact kind of light, entertaining scene we were aiming for. Now, let's switch to a completely different type of generation. This time, I want to create a hyper-motion soda can commercial. I'll show Hermes the reference image first, then I'll send the prompt and ask it to generate the video through Higsfield MCP using Seedance 2.0. The idea behind this prompt is to create a premium advertising-style video for a fictional soda brand called Lamora. Now, the soda can generation is complete, so let's take a look at the result together. Overall, this came out really well. We get a strong product advertising look with the green color palette, dynamic liquid motion, splash elements, and a clean premium commercial feeling. The only small downside is that the tiny text on the can isn't perfectly readable. But in this case, that's mostly because of the reference image and the kind of small typography we used on the product label, not really a Seedance issue. But as a hypermotion soda commercial, the result is very solid. Now let's move to a more cinematic example. This time, instead of a light comedy scene, we're creating a darker story-driven sequence. The references are very clear here. One image gives us the ruined, burning city environment. The second defines Nova, her armor, silhouette, and overall presence. And the third defines the Wraith, including the hooded design, shape, and dark visual identity. The prompt itself is built as a short multi-shot sequence. It defines the scene shot by shot. First, the destroyed city, then Nova dropping into frame, then the Wraith emerging from smoke, and finally a close-up on Nova as she stands her ground. So the prompt is doing two things at once. It keeps the sequence structured, and it gives the model a very clear cinematic progression. Here, Hermes Agent tells us that the reference image upload could not be completed properly through the MCP workflow. So instead of stopping the process, I generated this specific video directly inside the Higgsfield platform using the same references and the same creative direction. And now, let's take a look at the result together. Honestly, this came out very strong. The environment looks cinematic, dark, and atmospheric, with the ruined city, fire, smoke, and destroyed street all working together very well. The characters are also very consistent. Nova keeps the same armor style and presence, and the Wraith keeps that dark, threatening silhouette and visual identity. What I like most here is that the scene actually feels like a short cinematic sequence, not just a random generated clip. So overall, this is a very good example of what Seedance 2.0 can do when we give it structured references and a clear multi-shot prompt. And this is exactly why Seedance 2.0 is still one of the strongest video generation models available right now. It can handle cinematic motion, stylized animation, product visuals, character scenes, and more complex shot-based storytelling. But the bigger point is the workflow around it. Higgsfield gives us a very practical environment for using these models. We can generate directly from the platform, work with references, use different creative studios, and now with MCP, we can also connect media generation to agent-based workflows. That means Higgsfield is no longer just a place where we generate one image or one video. It's becoming a full creative environment where video generation, image generation, cinematic workflows, marketing workflows, and agents can all work together. As always, I'll leave all the important links in the description, including Higgsfield, the prompts used in this video, and the Hermes setup guide so you can test the workflow yourself. If this video was useful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what kind of AI video workflow you want me to test next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.